Module 3 homework. Okay, the first one, using the divisibility test to decide which of the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is a divisor of the numbers in the left column. All I did was divide each of these numbers up here by these numbers to see if they were divisible by that number. And if it was, I wrote ends in even, or if not, I explained the reason why it was not. Question 2. Use the process of nines to check each of the following answers. Okay. 416 plus 7,490 plus 69,844 equals 112,790. So as you can see here, I put them like this, and you'll mark out the ones that equal 9, and then you add those. So 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 4 equals 22. 7 plus 4 is 11. 4 plus 1 plus 6 equals 11. And then you'll break it down. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. That all equals 8. And then you'll go down and you'll check it by the answer that was given. So you'll mark out the 9, since it's the 9, and then you'll do 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 7, and that equals 12. And then you'll do the 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 and 9 do not equal, so that is not the correct answer. The same way on this one. The 8 plus 5 plus 5 plus 0 equals 18. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 6 is 30. 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 5 is 14. I marked out the 9 here. 6 plus 2 is 8. So that'll 3, that'll be 5, and that's 8. That all given that breaking down is 7. And 2 plus 3 plus 8 is 13, and broken down is 4. It does not match, so it is not correct. Seven plus 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 2 equals 32. And 6 plus 3 equals 9, so I'll mark those out. 7 plus 4 is 11. So 3 plus 2 is 5, and 1 plus 1 is 2, and that is 7. So on the answer, you have all of these added up. And the 6 plus 3 so that'll be 7 and 8. It is not correct. And the last one is also not correct using the 9s. So the first question, which rods measure another? Show which rods measure 9, and those rods would be the rod 1 plus 8 is 9, 5 plus 4 is 9, and the 6 plus 3 is 9. On B, rod 6 would be 1 and 5 is 6, and 4 and 2 is 6. Use part A and B to show greatest common divisor of 9 and 6. 3 is the greatest common divisor of 9 and 6. 2 plus 1 is 3, so you would use this 2 plus 1 rods to equal the 3. Make an 18 rod train using the 10 rod and the 18 rod. And as you can see, let me bring it down a little bit. Right here, here's the 10 and here's the 8, and you add them together and that's the 18 rod. Show all trains that make 8, that equal 18. 10 plus 8, 9 plus 8 plus 1, 8 plus 7 plus 3, 5 plus 4 plus 9. All of those equal 18. Okay, and then the greatest common, how would you explain that to a child? I put, show how many times a rod will go into another rod evenly. If it works, then the greatest common divisor of the rod is right. On number 4, LCM method determined in table on the right, and you have to see the least common multiple of 48, 25, and 65. It didn't show up good when I scanned it, but 2 will go into 48 24 times. 2 will not go into 25 evenly, so you bring the 25 down. 2 will not go into 65 evenly, so you bring the 65 down. 3 will go into 24 8 times. 3 will not go into 25, so you bring the 25 down. 3 will not go into 65, so you bring the 65 down. 5 will not go into 8, so I brought the 8 down. 5 will go into 25 5 times. 5 will go into 65 13 times. And then I use 13. 13 will not go into 8, so I brought the 8 down. 13 will not go into 5, so I brought the 5 down. 13 will go into 13 one time. So your greatest common multiples of 48, 21, and 65. I got 1, 2, 3, 5, and 13. On B, 40, 12, 44, and 363. The least common multiples of that, I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 11. The least common multiples of 250, 28, 44, and 110. I got 2, 5, 7, and 11. Sorry, I keep clicking out of that. Okay, and on up to question 5. Okay, calculate the number and add the rotations to the small gear we'll make before A and B are in the same position again. I did 84 divided by 48 equals 1.75. So the small gear will rotate 1.75 more times than the large gear for them to get back in the equal spot. And the last question, make a magic square using the integers -1, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, and 1. The magic box, and all of mine equaled -9, 0, -5, -4, -7, -3, +1, -2, -1, -6. Anything in this row will equal -9. Anything in this one, -9. Anything in this one, -9. Even diagonal. 0 plus -3 plus -6 equals -9. -2 plus -3 plus -4 equals -9. So they all equal -9, and that's my magic box. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.